The other objective, I'm talking about the simplicity side, and this is still being tested. So when we started the idea of building another van, there was a number of objectives that we had that we wanted to accomplish. The number one was to sell the 4x4, our 2019, into a hot market, and then wash into a new van at MSRP, so sticker price, regular dealer price, not the markups that they're getting out there. Some are getting $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. So we wanted to be able to do that, because then we end up in the same boat, but with a brand new vehicle that doesn't have 40,000 miles on, that's not 3 years old. So that was the main number one objective, and we accomplished that. So we made money on the sale of our 2019. We purchased this van here for sticker price, and we're good. So that was our number one objective for sure. Another objective was to make minor modifications to our past design, and part of those modifications were shown when we did Aaron's Sprinter 144 low roof. Doesn't matter for the high or low roof in that case, but we made some modifications to the layout that we did in the 2019, and we liked them, and so we wanted to carry those forward into this van. So some of those objectives I'll go through, and I'll tell you if they worked out or not. One was to make the countertop narrower. So I think we have it at 15 inches or maybe 7. I think the cabinets are maybe at 15 inches. It's only 2 inches different from our last build, but it's a significant, at least in the eyes and the feel, as far as space in between the wall and the couch and the countertop. So that definitely has a different feel. The other objective was to make the couch, and I'll show you the couch here, make the couch wider than the other one. The other one, because of the bunk, this was too thick and this was too narrow. So really, it was not usable for me at all. And so we were able to do that, and it worked out well. Because of the design, the couch is a little higher, much higher, probably maybe 3-4 inches higher than the other one. But the other one on the 2019, after we finished this, looked very low, and it was very good. It worked. We didn't have any issues with it. But this one being higher, at first we're like, it's too high, but now we actually like it. So you just kind of get used to it. That was another objective that we had. We also wanted to go with a more inexpensive, easier to source countertop. So our 2019 had a stainless steel custom made online, so we just went online. I think it's like stainless steel custom countertops or something like that, and ordered it through them. And they did a quick design, it's pretty simple, and then shipped it out to us. Well, it took us 6 weeks to get it. It was pretty expensive. I think we paid like $2,500 then. It was like $4,500 when I got it quoted now, and it's not as flexible as what we have now. Now we pay $250 or $200, whatever it is, from Home Depot, and if we get sick of it, we just unbolt it and put another one in there. So that was the other objective, was to source items that we can get, and I said this in another video, but that we can get locally or through Amazon or through Home Depots, Menards, Lowe's, stuff like that. So that was a good thing, and that was one of our objectives. Another objective was to build it fast. The only way I was going to build is if we could build this fast. And basically within, I'd say, 2-3 weeks of time, if you count every day, we had it livable. And really, actually, truly a week, it was livable. I was living on it, so it was okay. And then a couple days later, it became really livable, where I had heat and water, and everything else. And now I haven't touched it for a week, so I have about 3 weeks into it, I would think, something like that, and it's fully livable and fully comfortable. The other objective, like I was saying before, is keep it very simple. So we tried to do that in the 4x4, and we accomplished that. We kept it simple. But there was some, it's like doing all the L-track was great because that kept it simple for modular. You can take it in and out and stuff. But we wanted it even simpler than that. So we went ahead and did tie-down ratchet straps to secure all basically the furniture in here, the couch, the cabinets, everything. So we don't have any L-track. We don't have any holes in the floor, bolting things through. We have it secured with 1,000-pound maximum ratchet straps, and these things I can lift them myself. So the pieces and parts are very not heavy. Then the other thing was to add another objective was to add a few items that were fun. And so I raised the countertop a little bit using the MakeCAD software. I sat and stared at that screen for so long. I mean, hours and hours and hours. I mean, over weeks, at a time, designing the bunk bed system a little different, so we would have a different, a bigger base on here. But one of them was to add fun pieces, and one of them was then at the last minute I decided I'm going to raise the countertop so it goes over the refrigerator. We're going to put the refrigerator underneath the countertop, and that'll give it a different feel than the refrigerator sitting out in the open, which again was fine. It's not a big deal. This is much better. This looks a lot better. And then at the end I put the shoe rack. Before, we shoved our shoes between the refrigerator and the kitchen cabinet. So now we actually have a cabinet for the shoes. So that was a good thing. The other thing we wanted to try was the BOSCO Dual Top, and that's the hot water heater, diesel heater that you heard me talk about before. That was pretty fun to install. That took a little bit of designing on the MakeCAD software, the 80/20, to get it to work, but it did. Sometimes it just surprises me because going through that process, thinking many times, like, how am I gonna get this installed? Because the exhaust is coming, right on an I-beam, and I can't move it back or forth. So, but I was able to get that to work. So that was another objective. That was an expensive objective, but now it feels more legit. The other objective, I'm talking about the simplicity side, and this is still being tested. We don't know how this is going to work, but instead of having solar panels on the roof, or roof rails, or anything on the roof outside of the max air fan, we wanted to do it simple. So we have EcoFlow, just because I guess I have other stuff, and they have pretty high-end solar panels as far as waterproof and all that stuff. So I have two of those. They're both 160s, 160 watts, and so 320 watts, and we'll see how that works, because the EcoFlows are great, but they're going to need to get charged, and when we're driving, they charge really fast. If we go to EV charging station, they charge really fast, but they're going to need more power than just what we get per day, and so that's hopefully where the solar comes in. The other simplicity part of the van, which was one of the main objectives, was to simplify the electronics, simplify all the power solar connections, the batteries, all that. We did that. And we had 5 Battleborn batteries before, 500 amp hours with the Victron components, 3,000 watt inverter. Now we have the EcoFlows. The question is, like, now instead of 5 batteries, this EcoFlow basically is 3 Battleborn batteries. Can we deal with 2 less batteries? I think so, without solar. Now, if we put solar up there, I don't think we have a problem, and that may be a future video. I still really don't know if I like the idea of having portable solar panels, but again, that was the objective, is to get it simple and easy, and so I think for the most part we accomplished that. Other than that, like I said, we did meet the objectives. If I look at things that we did not meet the objectives, I'm not sure. We had black paneling that really wasn't superb, but we still have time to fix that and get better paneling than what that was. Other than that, I don't know if we missed any objectives. We've simplified all the wiring. So anyway, in another video I'll talk about what we may do on the 2023 and using what we already built and not rebuild. So that's the next video, or one of the future videos coming out. So anyway, thanks for following along. Love sharing. It's fun. You can build very fast. If in another video I had that, I'll talk about that. You can do builds really fast if you keep it simple and in check, and realize that you can add stuff later and you don't need all the bells and whistles. You can really get by with a much less, and much less than even this. I mean, some people are watching this saying, yeah, I know, I just have a bed platform in the bed, and I put my mountain bike underneath and I take off for weeks at a time. Definitely, and that I love, and I applaud you for that. I think that is awesome. It's just one example. So anyway, subscribe, like, comment if you have questions, whatever you may have, put in the comments and we will get back to you. So